All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again with another live stream, bringing you the latest news in Chelsea football, latest discussion, latest conversation, latest everything. And I'm so happy to have each and every one of you guys join me. And like always, we're going to have a fantastic time. We're absolutely going to have a fantastic time. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as you've come through. And if you're here for the first time, make sure you subscribe. By the way, big up to each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for 30,000 subscribers. We hit 30,000 yesterday during the watch along for the Chelsea versus Brighton game. So really appreciate that a lot. It's a huge milestone for me. Yeah, I could not imagine getting to 30,000 from the humble beginnings. Do you know what I mean? To get to 30,000, I think it's a fantastic milestone. So thank you to each and every one of you guys for showing the love, the support for this channel. So, and let's continue and see where we can go with this particular channel. So much we've got planned. Hopefully we can slowly start executing all of these plans very soon. Big up to Yaya Toure, big up to Ama, Quella, Blood, Shears, Kanye, Trump, Tate, the 1886 Miz, big up yourself. Enjoy the 3 points. Chelsea need them right now. Let's hope for a drama-free week for you lot, my man. Congrats, 30,000. Yeah, man, drama-free. We've got a quick turnaround for the Man United game. So, yeah, don't need any more dramas. We need to focus on the matches. It's I think the next one up against Man United is going to be an absolute blockbuster. You deserve it, Miz. Watching you from 2 years now. Brilliant, Blood. Thank you so much. Junior, big up to you. Hashal, big up to you as well. Dave031, big up, Miz. Do you think we can beat Man United? I think we can. It's going to be difficult. I'm not going to lie. Look, Man United, they're a bit deceiving at the moment in my personal opinion. I think they played a really good game against Galatasaray. They really played a really good game against Galatasaray, but they got undone because of some stupidity from Onana. And they had chances to win that game, to be honest. And against Newcastle, look, I think they got royally done against Newcastle. Newcastle were all over them, but they hung on. They didn't self-destruct like we self-destructed against Newcastle. So this is going to be tough because Man United, they're almost out from Champions League. I don't even think they're going to make Europa, to be honest. So they're almost out from the Champions League and Europe altogether. They then, had a loss against Newcastle, and then now they're going to face Chelsea. So you best believe this is going to be a war. This is going to be an absolute fight. But we've got plenty of days to talk about that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about 5 things we learned from that match against Brighton. I feel like these segment, I want to start doing more of this segment, the 5 things learned, or 4 things, 6 things, whatever the case is, right? We'll try our best to keep it at 5 things. I think that's decent enough. It allows you to really focus on each of these situations and get into greater details about it. So look, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the very first topic that I want to talk about from the 5 things we learned is Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher, ladies and gentlemen, what have we learned? A lot of people already in the live chat, in the comment section after the review, once again, going after me. I don't get why people love to go after me for Conor Gallagher. All I said in my review is that was insane. Being the captain of Chelsea Football Club, much like what we saw last weekend, what Reece James did, an absolute brain, explosion. Conor Gallagher, look, I don't mind aggression. And I think the directive from Pochettino is to be more aggressive. Pochettino has been saying in press conference, or whether you see some comments that come from different journalists like Nizar or whoever else, that he wants Chelsea Football Club to be far more, he wants that a little bit of naughtiness, um, a little bit of aggression, like in your face aggression. Look, I have no issues with aggression. That's not the problem here. I've got issues with when it's not directed, when it's not it's crazy aggression, it's reckless. When aggression becomes recklessness, what Conor Gallagher did yesterday, all throughout, from the get-go, how many of us was saying in the watch along that this brother, he looks like he's going to get himself red carded? From the get-go, we were saying this brother is going to get himself red carded, picks up the yellow, and then immediately after he gets a second yellow and gets himself red card. I think he got the first yellow 31st minute, and then eventually in 45th minute he got the second yellow and the red card. Look, where are we, ladies and gentlemen? Where are we with Conor Gallagher? Where are we with Conor Gallagher? This is how I feel. This is how I feel about Conor Gallagher. I think there's been, look, before the season started, I had doubts about Conor Gallagher. I had major doubts about Conor Gallagher, whether he can actually perform the way we want him to perform in the midfield, especially from a technical standpoint. Obviously, off the ball, the work rate, fantastic. But sometimes that in itself is not good enough. You need more, right? You need more. Then he started to show some development. He started to show that he is able to evolve. He is able to maybe learn and progress into the midfielder that maybe we could desire. And then on top of that, we started seeing that Mauricio Pochettino absolutely values Conor Gallagher, values him a lot, a lot. All of these conversations about whether he's going to get sold or not, Mauricio Pochettino, he keeps reaffirming that he's an important player. He basically starts every single game, one of the probably first few players to be in the team sheet, right? And then I felt the epitome of Conor Gallagher's performance this season so far has been against Manchester City. I thought the match against Manchester City, Conor Gallagher was sensational. And then after that, since then, Conor Gallagher, match against Newcastle, very poor, but the entire team was poor. And this match against Brighton, honestly, we could have lost. We could have lost because of the stupidity from Conor Gallagher. So now we're in this topsy-turvy situation, yo-yo situation again. Now, my overall assessment is, look, I still need to see. I've seen development, but at the same time, I've seen inconsistency as well. And right now, honestly, if the down the track, I don't think anything's going to happen in January. I don't think our board is going to dispatch off Conor Gallagher in January. I think he's a very important player for Mauricio Pochettino. Mauricio Pochettino wants him, so no problems. I'd rather have a manager that is able to keep the players that they want. But I need to see the rest of the season. I need to see exactly where Conor Gallagher's trajectory is going, and then we can make a astute decision at the end of the season. Romeo Lavia is coming back into the squad. He's very, very close to full fitness. So we'll see. Now that Conor Gallagher's got himself one match suspension, what's going to happen against Man United? I highly doubt Romeo Lavia is going to be fit for that particular match. I don't think it's fair for Romeo Lavia to come in and take part in that particular match. We could most likely see Ugochukwu and Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez midfield three. I think Mauricio Pochettino likes the midfield three. I don't think he likes the double pivot business. And this is probably a big opportunity for Ugochukwu. If you want to cement a position, which is going to be difficult anyway. You've got Conor Gallagher and you've got Romeo Lavia coming in very, very soon. But it gives Ugochukwu an opportunity to show something. So, look, that's where I'm at with Conor Gallagher. It's very disappointing. Very disappointing how he let the team down like that. I'm pretty sure he didn't mean it. I think it was all aggression. Of course, obviously has the, he definitely has the best interest of Chelsea Football Club. There's no doubt about that. But in the context of the situation, knowing that you've got a yellow card, much like the Reece James situation, but we shall see. We shall see what happens now. Conor Gallagher missing out on the Man United game. And then after that, Romeo Lavia might be fit. The game after Man United, I think it's Everton, Romeo Lavia might be fit. So it'll be interesting to see what happens moving forward. So let me see what you guys have to say about Conor Gallagher. One thing I haven't understood or learned yet is what is Caicedo's role in our team, and is he really living up to it? I don't see it in his performances. No. He's been good. Yesterday, he was also second half. He was so aggressive, Caicedo. And once again, the aggression is okay. But the aggression was borderline becoming recklessness. There's a lot of good that Caicedo does. Caicedo's role in midfield is basically he plays as the deepest midfielder, and it's off the ball. It's generally like taking nothing against on the ball. On the ball, Caicedo is very, very good as well. His combination with Enzo Fernandez, that obviously needs to develop a lot more. But his one-touch play, his ability to build up, it's off the ball when the opposition is coming. It's the ability to cover a lot of ground. It's the ability to break down their play. It's the ability to intercept. It's the ability to win duels and then kickstart a new phase of attack for us. And obviously, at times you see Caicedo bomb forward, and eventually enough, I'm pretty sure he's going to try and score goals for us, get assists for us. But that's not his predominant task. That's not his predominant duty. But it's more to do from build up and from a defensive standpoint. That's the way I look at Caicedo. Let's see what you guys are saying about Conor Gallagher. For me, still a squad player. What I want to see is Lavia deepest 6, Enzo free role 8, and Caicedo the Kante role. I think this makes sense. What might happen here is Caicedo might be the deepest, and Lavia becomes that Kante-esque kind of role. Where obviously Lavia's got a lot more superior, shooting technique and has the ability to, and taking nothing away from Kante. Kante scored goals from midfield at times. So we all know Kante's shooting was a bit crazy. And Kunku falls line, Palmer right, Mudryk, Sterling. Fair enough. But yeah, let me know what you guys feel about Conor Gallagher. Tell me more about Conor Gallagher, because that's what I want to focus on. That wasn't Galadog. It was Galadog. Every match, it feels like Conor is on the verge of getting a red card. Yeah, he's reckless. He is reckless. He definitely is reckless. Prabal is saying some of the guys in our fan base ain't ready for the uncomfortable convos. Time to bring Lavia and Kunku in the team. I think, look, it's safe to say that Romeo Lavia, he'll come into the team. He'll come into the team, and he's most likely going to take, Conor Gallagher's spot. So I want to see how the team operates when Lavia, Enzo Fernandez, and Caicedo play all three together. Yeah, I want to see a lot more control. I don't like watching games, against Brighton or whoever else, where they have a lot more control. They dictate the play. I want us to be in a lot more control. And I'm not necessarily saying just hold on to the possession. Sometimes without the ball, it can look like you've got a lot of control. But yeah, Brighton for me in that match against us, last night, all throughout the game. Obviously, once we were man down, it was a lot more crazy. They were all over us. But I want us to dominate footballing teams where we are playing like the way Brighton does. Do you know what I mean? And obviously finish off a lot more chances. Okay. All right. That's about Conor Gallagher, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about the number 2 situation. Nicholas Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I got some funny comments on social media. I got some funny comments on my review. Some people were like, "Oh no, he did really well." Which part of the game did Nicholas Jackson do well yesterday, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, I've backed this guy so much, but now I'm starting to get. You know what? I'm not even gonna lie. Some of his recent shenanigans, it has bothered me. I know it hasn't bothered a lot of you guys, but it has bothered me. So maybe that bias is kicking in as well. But I'm sick and tired of seeing Nicholas Jackson play striker for us, and the brother doesn't look up. He's running around non-stop. He doesn't look up. There seems to be some passes available, and he doesn't make those passes. When we want him to be inside the box and be ruthless, he's more interested to drop deep, connect, link up, which is fine, but we need you to be in the box as well. It's just overall game for Nicholas Jackson. Something about it is just not good enough. It's just not good enough. As a striker, you got to be able to drag the defenders. You got to be able to be in their face. You got to be able to rattle them, disrupt their structure. For me, Nicholas Jackson, yeah, at times he looks very good when he's dribbling past, when he's, when he's taking on few players and going past them. But eventually enough, he runs into a brick wall. He doesn't have that end product. And it's starting to annoy me. It's starting to really annoy me. I'm at a point where I'm like, do you know what bad is it going to be if we give Armando Broja a handful of games? Let Nicholas Jackson sit down, reassess situation, relax a little bit, understand which club you play for, try and see if he can win back the position. I feel like Armando Broja, let's give him some opportunities. Let's give him some opportunities, because Jackson for me is, it's a bit imbalanced. It's seriously a little bit imbalanced having a player like him up front. Jackson was making good movements. I just think he's not getting involved as much as he used to. He's always got good movements, but the movements lead up to nothing. He's simply too eager to score goals. He could have given a simple pass to Mudryk to release him, but chose to try to dribble to goal. Yeah, so many times I've seen him do that. So many times I've seen him do that. He's not a Premier League striker. There you go. Lee's saying he's always out on the wings. Yeah, he's always out. He's never in the middle trying to, distract or dismantle the opposition defensive structure. Never see him between the two CBs where a CF should operate. Exactly. Work between the two CBs and see if you can get those balls through that channel. He's always out in the wide areas. No, it's true. It's true. Absolutely true. But I'm not telling Jackson is a good striker, and he haven't played striker as in Villarreal. He was right, left, and center. He's mobile. I think he will play good in wings. By the way, as false nine, he plays good. Yeah, look, I don't know. We definitely got better wingers than Nicholas Jackson, and that's not a huge statement on our wingers. Some of our wingers are they're dropping poor performances as well. But I don't think Nicholas Jackson's the solution in the wings. So look, Nicholas Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, for me, I would like to see him just relax a little bit, man. I think it would be wise if Pochettino just dropped him for a little bit, few games, and let's see what Armando Broja can give us. Nicholas Jackson, for me, I don't see him shoot outside the box often enough. When he shoots inside the box, he's not clinical. He got his goals against Spurs, 9-man Spurs, not that difficult to get those goals. Got a good goal against Manchester City. I don't want to take anything away from that. But overall, it's just not Chelsea level striker. And I know I want to still be patient, definitely. But right now, we need to give Armando Broja an opportunity. And in any case, Nicholas Jackson is going to be going on AFCON in January. So it's probably perfect time to just give Armando Broja a good run of games and see if he can build up to a bit of a steam. Do you know what I mean? So let's see what happens. Milo K. He's not a striker, bro. He's not. He lacks all the true abilities of a CF. Awareness, poor passing, hold up, target, poaching, clinical. All these two poor. Doesn't know how to unsettle defender there. Bang on conversation, bang on commentary. Absolutely bang on commentary. Omo, like I said, Ms. Jackson does too much. I want him to be more simple. It's not that hard. True. Okay, next up, ladies and gentlemen, from the 5 things we've learned. So we've covered 2. Third one, Raheem Sterling. Ladies and gentlemen, honest conversations need to be made. Look, you guys all know how much I like Raheem Sterling. You know that. I think on his day, and that's the big thing, on his day, Raheem Sterling is unplayable, unstoppable. Do you know what I mean? He's dribbling like, in my honest opinion, on his day, and that's the key thing, he's our best winger. He really is. The way he dribbles, the way he takes people on, but that on his day is like 1 in every 5-6 matches. He'll go through 5-6 matches of poor form, and then he'll have that one glamorous match where I'm like in awe. Do you know what I mean? That's why I appreciate this player a lot. Look, more than that, obviously it's the experience. We don't want to field a team that is full of inexperience. But Raheem Sterling against Newcastle was not great. As I said, Newcastle, no one was great. And then against Brighton as well, like the man was just... There were times where it was embarrassing. Just similarly like Nicholas Jackson, like he'll run, he'll run into a defender. Do you know what I mean? He gets into such really good positions when he dribbles, and you just want him to make the right decision in order for us to be set up for a goal. And then he makes the wrong decision. On a regular basis, Raheem Sterling makes the wrong decision. And that's what's so frustrating. An experienced player like Raheem Sterling, you need to be making far more better judgment, far better decisions. The fact that he's consistently making poor decisions, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. Like, if he honestly increased his output in terms of his decision making, I think we potentially score a lot more goals. Because Raheem Sterling, as I said, gets himself into some really, really seriously good positions. Let's see what Mr. Fenny is saying. I disagree. You're as good as your teammates. If Chelsea play well, Sterling stands out. If Chelsea plays poor, he stands out. We have been inconsistent. No surprise, he also has been inconsistent. Look, I don't think it's this, Mr. Fenny. I've literally seen Raheem Sterling in matches where, even though we as a team, we've been playing poor, but he's having a good game in terms of the initial moments of his dribble, or couple of opportunities where he cuts back in. It's the final decisions, and that's got nothing to do with how the rest of the team is playing. Raheem Sterling, in his individual performances, the final third, the final decision, he does so many things so good, and it's that final thing he screws up. And I don't think that's got to do with how others are playing. This guy, for me, honestly, Raheem Sterling, by the end of this season, if he doesn't absolutely become a ruthless monster, and I think Raheem Sterling will never be that. I think Raheem Sterling will forever at Chelsea Football Club will be that inconsistent, one absolutely amazing man of the match performance, and then 2 or 3, 4, 5 poor games, and then another absolutely amazing man of the match performance. So look, the way I look at Raheem Sterling is he's another one I need to see till the end of the season. I need to see where this is going. He's potentially one at the end of the season. This might be, if he doesn't light it up, if he absolutely does not light it up in the second half of the season, I think he's one of those ones that might be dispatched. Do you know what I mean? Like Saudi Arabia, like Raheem Sterling, he's not getting any younger. I think he's 27, 28, potentially be 29 next season. Um, it's time he picks up that Saudi Arabia contract and makes those big money. Do you know what I mean? Saudi will easily take him. Absolutely easily will take him. But that's my 2 cents in regards to Raheem Sterling. I feel like, yeah, another one of these players that we need to see. We need to see what happens to him till the end of the season. Okay, Chelsea all the way. You criticize Jackson and Sterling for Broja, who has done nothing for Chelsea even before his injury. You are a disgrace, mate. I'm a disgrace. Oh my God. First of all, chill, calm down. There's nothing disgraceful here. It's just footballing opinion. You can disagree with me. By the way, I'm someone who loves Raheem Sterling a lot. I'm someone who's been backing Nicholas Jackson a lot. And in regards to Broja not doing anything, there's a saying, continue with the same thing and expecting a different result. That's insanity, right? We've seen Sterling and Jackson get enough chances. Don't you want to see Armando Broja get an opportunity? Don't you want to see what can this guy give? I know he had a big injury, but we know the kind of player Armando Broja was before the injury. I know the injury definitely has affected him, no doubts, but let's see now. Let's give him a few handful of games and see where it takes us. What we got to lose? It's not like Sterling, it's not, especially Jackson. It's not like Jackson's absolutely, ripping it apart with flawless performances where it's an entire package. I know you can throw at me that, but Jackson's been scoring goals. Yeah, but come on. Overall, the game's not there. Overall, the game, right now, it's not there. I'm not saying dispatch of Jackson. No. As I said, I fully back Nicholas Jackson. I've liked him. In recent times, I think it's a bit annoying what he's done outside of the field. But look, I think it's fair to give someone like Broja an opportunity now. So, yeah, that's my thoughts in regards to Raheem Sterling. Let's see what you guys are saying. We really need a winger that can chip in with a lot of goals. I feel like we rarely score from the sides. Someone like Leao or Cavaradona should do it. Someone with high level experience. Look, I don't want to buy more. Like, honestly, I don't want to buy more. Angela Gabriel, honestly, is someone who we should be looking into as well. I think Angela Gabriel and Kunku obviously can play out in the wings. Mudryk is someone, hopefully, this guy develops into the player that we think he can. Like, there's a lot of options. Cole Palmer can play in the wings. He's not really an out-and-out winger, but he can definitely play out in the wings. Chukwuemeka is another one that can play out in the wings. Like, we've got players, so I don't necessarily need to go. Kendry Pires, look, that's still a while away. It's still a season and a half away. But, yeah, I don't want to consistently just go out there and just keep buying more players. Do you know what I mean? Miz, it's only 13 games for Jackson, but you guys are acting as he's been here for 5 years. Guys, let's back him. I don't understand. Like, do some of you guys actually listen to what I say? Or, like, I don't know what you Brother, Bernard Comedy, I'm not saying, like, get rid of Jackson forever. I've not said that. All I'm saying is give Armando Broja an opportunity. I think it's timely now to see something else for a little bit. Not saying dispatch. I've said so many times I believe in Nicholas Jackson. I'm just saying, maybe for the time being, just to see Armando Broja a little bit. Because continuing with Nicholas Jackson and not seeing that finished product, and I know that finished product is a bit, uncalled for, I suppose, right now. He's young. We're not going to see a finished product. I get that. But he's struggling, right? So let's see what Armando Broja can give us. That's all I'm saying. That's why I'm not saying get rid of him. I think Jackson can be a very good striker down the track, but he needs to see adversity. He needs to see, how it feels like being dropped. And maybe that will give him the desire to work harder. Not saying get rid of him completely. All right. Number 4, want to talk about Enzo Fernandez, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of unnecessary talks on social media in regards to Enzo Fernandez. Few people comparing him to John Joe Shelby. I mean, the disrespect. John Joe Shelby and Enzo Fernandez. Like, come on, man. Enzo Fernandez on the ball, so superior. There was a pass Enzo Fernandez played yesterday against Brighton, which slipped through Raheem Sterling. That was such a brilliant pass from midfield. And Enzo Fernandez, almost on every single game, he's doing this. His one-touch play, his switch-off plays, he's finding the ability to get those through balls. But I'm glad he, added. I just want to quickly see this comment. JC, Miz is giving valid football arguments on footballing actions of certain players. Stop having a go at Miz. He's not doing love me, not more. Criticizers in the chat are in the mold though. Yeah, thanks, my man. But yeah, coming back to Enzo Fernandez, it was so good to see him in the goal scoring sheet amongst the goal scorers. I like that about him yesterday against Brighton. He was trying to get himself into the box a lot more to find those opportunities. Obviously, got himself the header, got that penalty, which Mudryk won. But there were a couple of other times where he was getting himself into the box, trying to see if he can capitalize on those situations and score a goal. But equally, he was very, very good in the build-up. He was very good when we were soaking in all the pressure, and he was trying to intercept and then kickstart a new phase of attack for us. Obviously, there were a few stray passes here and there. That's going to happen. You're not going to have a flawless, match. But Enzo Fernandez, we need to understand, he's a sensational midfielder. He's one of those midfielders that it's not about the brute strength and physicality. It's more about technicality, the mind, the vision. Do you know what I mean? And I know a lot of people say, what vision? Like, obviously, people in front of him needs to give him that kind of elite movement as well. But I've seen some really, really good, passes from him, especially as I said, the one again for Raheem Sterling. So for me, Enzo Fernandez, if he continues in this manner where he's also hungry and eager to score goals, I think he can be a bit of a menace when it comes to set pieces. He can pop in here and there and score a goal. So look, for me, Enzo Fernandez, I just hope this player doesn't break down. He plays a lot of football. Obviously, there's a lot of international matches for him. And I'm glad he scored. I'm so glad he scored. I hope he can continue adding to that tally. I think it's only going to be beneficial for him. Look, once Cole Palmer starts back into the starting lineup, I do want to see Cole Palmer take penalties again. Nothing against Enzo Fernandez. I think that was a very well taken penalty straight through the middle against Brighton. But for some reason, I feel a little bit nervous. But obviously, he missed the one against West Ham. So I want to see Cole Palmer, take over the penalty duties again. But Enzo Fernandez, ladies and gentlemen, for me, hopefully we are starting to now going to see that Enzo Fernandez we saw last season, where he was really the standout player almost every single match. So it was great to see Enzo Fernandez play the way he played against Brighton. One of the very few positives when it comes to the attacking side of our game. Not many attackers did well against Brighton for us, but Enzo Fernandez, whenever he got the opportunity to bomb forward, I think it was very, very good. Haj, good to see you, my man. By the way, we've got more than 200 people live at the moment. Let's smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Get those likes up to well over 100. Take a moment right now. Take a moment right now. Smash the like button, guys. If you're here for the first time as well, make sure you subscribe. Haj, the one thing we can say for sure is under Poch, our build-up is crazy. It's just when we get into settled possession against a block where we struggle some of our build-up versus Arsenal, City, Brighton. Yeah, do you know what? You're right, Haj. Some of the build-up we did yesterday, like risky business, but we got out nicely and then we broke free. When we are able to break free from the opposition press with our build up, it can create and open up a lot of chances. So yeah, oh man, this guy. There you go. After scoring, now Enzo is everything. Hypocrite. Oh man. This guy. You're here to just have a fight, mate. Like, listen. Let me give you a life lesson. Not everything in life needs to be. Oh, I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. Or you said this. You said. But not everything needs to be like that. Come here, chill out, talk to people, mingle. You got something to say, then say it in a. You don't need to just get at me all the time. You don't even make sense. You don't even make sense. Enzo Fernandez is a player I've loved for so long. Before the World Cup, I was talking about him when he was playing in Benfica. Then the World Cup happened. I said, wow, man, if we can get this player, it'll be amazing. And then we got him. So happy. Then he was probably one of the more brightest lights last season. How am I being a hypocrite, bro? How am I being a hypocrite? He's a good player. I've always said he's a good player. All I'm saying is it was good to see that he scored. And you're here just wanting to, like, I'm talking and you're here with knives and wanting to stab me everywhere. But calm down. I don't know what channels you watch in Chelsea community, because they do a lot of this, hoo-ha and chaos, and you want to have fights because those channels, all they do is fight. Brother, go to those channels. Here we have good conversations. I'm not saying you can't disagree. You can disagree, but what you're doing is just, you're annoying me. That's what you're doing. You're not really saying anything. You're just having a go at me. You're not really saying anything. You're just having a go at my character. Like, that's stupid. That's very stupid. Also, why do we keep saying Enzo is playing a lot of games when we're not in the Champions League? What are we going to do when we actually get back? I think when we say Enzo is playing a lot of games is the international games, the travel from South America to London. Yeah, but you're right. It is one game a week now. Maybe that argument is not completely valid, but I was more referring to, all the matches he played last season as well, all throughout, the international breaks. Like, he doesn't miss a single game. Like, there are certain players that miss international scene, but he doesn't. He plays every single game. But yeah, you're right. Like, one game a week for Chelsea, he should be able to manage that. I agree with you. But he is young, and we've seen young players. They can get injured. Do you know what I mean? And once they get injured, it just becomes a recurring thing. So we have to look after, how much workload and whatnot. And generally, Enzo Fernandez plays, 90 minutes on a regular basis. Hajj, please don't fall for it. Anyone with eyes can see the class of Enzo. Unfortunately, people expect controlling midfield to get stats low. This modern era would think guys like Xavi and Scholes were. Yeah, absolutely. I love this guy, man. I know I'm going to have a lot of fun with this guy. Chelsea, although, back all your players with the same energy instead of picking and choosing. Back all your players. I mean, I don't know what you want. Like, do you want me to come here and just wave a flag and just sing songs for all of these players? We're analyzing. We're just we're being critical. I'm not being disrespectful to any of the players, just being critical. Stop this. Some of you here players are open criticism. Yesterday, Caicedo lost his head and we criticize why it is wrong to criticize players. I don't get it. We sit 10th in the league. Are you serious? Yeah, exactly. No, it's mad. All right. Last but not least, I know I had a picture of in the thumbnail of Robert Sanchez, but it's not really about Robert Sanchez, but more to do with the defense. I think yesterday, look, even though Brighton, they had a lot of possession, our defense of Desasi, and I know it's going to be different against Man United. We will have proper fullbacks, but I'm just saying, Robert Sanchez, Desasi, Silva, Buddy Shield, Colwell, when you want to dig deep, when you really want to dig deep and defend with all you got, you can keep the opposition away. You know how we've been conceding a lot of goals, and obviously we conceded 2 goals against Brighton, but I felt like both the goals that Brighton scored, there's not much we could have done. There really isn't much how recently how we've conceded, and you can distinctly see where the mistakes are. I feel like those 2 goals that Brighton scored, not too much. Maybe that Bonanote's goal, Levi Colwell could have been a little bit more, tighter, but that's maybe nitpicking a little bit. But bottom line, what I'm trying to say is that we can do it if we want to be serious. And I think this is where we need to really tighten up, ladies and gentlemen. In recent times, we've been scoring goals. 3 against Brighton. We scored 4 against City, 4 against Spurs. We should have done better against Newcastle as well, but we scored 1. 2 against Arsenal. Like we've scored goals. What is sort of letting us down is defense. And yesterday, especially the second half, the Goliath effort, like the way we defended with a man down, it definitely gives me an impression that we can do it. If we put our mind into it, we can definitely keep clean sheets. And I think moving forward, this is where we need to tighten up a lot. We're not going to be able to keep winning games like with 3 goals, 4 goals. That's not going to happen on a regular basis. There'll be games where we have to win 1-0. For example, this upcoming match against Manchester United, Newcastle won 1-0. Newcastle should have won a lot more, but there will be games where we need to win 1-0. Newcastle, what they do is they shut up shop. They don't allow you to score goals. They shut up shop. We have to find a way to shut up shop. We just do. And yesterday, as I said, that's the 5 things we learned. I think we've got it in us. We can do it. We can keep clean sheet. It's just focus. Focus and having that desire to keep clean sheets. Do you know what I mean? Adnan's in the house. Miz. Loving a Monday after a victory after the horror we had last week. For me, Enzo, Badia, Desasi solid. Special mention to Silva and Mudryk. Colwell must stop being turned inside. Fair enough. Miz, do you think Caicedo is a true anchor type, sitting 6? He's to like chasing the balls as more a ball winner. He doesn't play like a true DM. He seems... No, I agree with you. That's why I've said... This is why people are going to think I'm a bit loopy. I'm a bit strange. This is why I said, have Enzo actually the deepest midfielder. Not any of this anchor business. He's a playmaker, deep-lying playmaker. And have Caicedo and Conor Gallagher do the defending. Box to box, and they do the defending. Not saying Enzo doesn't do the defending. Enzo obviously does the defending as well. But more defensive duties to Caicedo and Conor Gallagher. And it suits their game to be box to box. I rather have Enzo be deep-lying playmaker. But see, this is where people think deep-lying playmaker, then you're not allowed to move forward. As the game progresses, Enzo Fernandez being in the deep-lying playmaker doesn't mean once the build-up is done, that's it, he chills with the CBs. No. As the game progresses forward from phase 1 to phase 2 to phase 3, from the build-up phase to the midfield phase to the attacking, Enzo will move forward with them along the defense. That's why the defense will push up. That's just my thought. And look, that's fine. I can already see Eka saying, I disagree with that. Miz, no problems. We all see the game differently. But I think what Hajj is trying to say is that Caicedo is not really a natural just sitter. Uguchuku, for example, Uguchuku is a sitter. Uguchuku is a John Obi Mikel type. Caicedo, he's got a lot more to his game. Caicedo can be box to box. I think that's what Haji is trying to say. That Caicedo does not really give you that vibe of a sitter. And I think by only telling him to sit, it's probably doing a little bit of injustice to his quality. Maybe the other option could be Uguchuku, the deepest, Caicedo and Enzo. But not obviously, Lavia is coming as well. And as Milo saying, Lavia is a sitter. So Lavia could sit. But I've seen Lavia for Southampton be box to box as well. I've seen Lavia be box to box for Southampton. I've seen matches. I really have. Felix, Miz, you might think I'm mad, but Lavia starts for me with Enzo. Their composure on the ball will be crucial. No, it's not mad at all, man. I've seen Lavia play. Lavia's a top player, man. Lavia's a top player. Absolutely top player. All right. So these are the 5 things. We're going to slowly wrap things up. Nearly 250 of you guys are live. I would love to see more than 200 likes on the stream. Take a moment right now, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Get those likes up to more than 200. That'd be appreciated. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Hudge, yeah, Miz, I'm more even speaking about out of possession. Caicedo likes chasing the ball a lot. Doesn't seem to have the instinct of a true sitter. He's more like Kante was never a lone DM. No, I agree. I absolutely agree. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button. I shall see you guys later on tonight for a recap of all the Chelsea news that's going to take place. So we'll do that. And then we'll obviously have the live stream tomorrow as well. Until then, everyone, hope you guys have enjoyed this. Take care. See ya.